Hello everyone, I am here to discuss the most important current affairs of today from UPSC perspective. So without a further ado, let's begin. So this is a question of the day from yesterday. Which of the following is the nodal ministry for the implementation of One Nation One Ration Card scheme? So the answer to this question is Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Our first topic is black carbon. So a new study has revealed that black carbon has a significant adverse effect on human health and leads to premature mortality. So let us have a look at what black carbon is. Black carbon is a short-lived pollutant that is the second largest contributor to warming the planet behind carbon dioxide. It is a kind of aerosol. Unlike other greenhouse gases, black carbon is quickly washed out and can be eliminated from the atmosphere if emissions stop. Unlike historical carbon emissions, it is also a localized source with greater local impact. Let us look at the term aerosol. So aerosol basically is a suspension of fine solid particles or liquid droplets in the air. Among aerosols, such as the brown carbon, sulfates, etc., black carbon has been recognized as the second most important anthropogenic agent for climate change and the primary marker to understand the adverse effects caused by air pollution. Last month, in June, there was an article that black carbon hastens the process of glacier melting. So let us revise it. So the report titled Glaciers of the Himalayas, Climate Change, Black Carbon and Regional Resilience says that glaciers are melting faster than global average ice mass. However, the strong policy on black carbon can sharply cut the glacier melt. The research report is released by the World Bank and covers the Himalaya, Karakoram and Hindu Kush, that is the HK mountain ranges. The black carbon gets emitted from gas and diesel engines, coal-fired power plants, and other sources that burn fossil fuel. It comprises a significant portion of particulate matter of PM, which is an air pollutant. The black carbon acts in two ways, that is, by decreasing the surface reflection of the sunlight. So basically, when sunlight falls on the glaciers, the black carbon reduces the reflection from the surface and hence they absorb it. And the second one by raising the temperature of the surrounding air. So on this map, you can see the Hindu Kush, the Karakoram and the Greater Himalayas range. The next article talks about the One Nation One Ration Card scheme. So do watch yesterday's current affairs video in which I have discussed the scheme thoroughly. This particular article raises certain issues with the implementation of One Nation One Ration Card scheme. So in yesterday's news, it was given that the Supreme Court had asked the centre to implement the One Nation One Ration Card scheme pan-India by July 31st. So let us read the issues mentioned in this article. 2.8 crore migrants got food under the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme in 2020. So the volume of beneficiaries is huge and is still not properly calibrated. The second point mentioned in the article is that we need a real-time migration monitoring portal in order to arrive at the correct estimate of the volume of food required. Then the article says that the food grain allocation across states will have to become flexible and not fixed so that any movement in or out of the state can be accommodated for. Not all the 5.4 lakh FPS, that is the fair price shops, have EPOS, which is mandatory for the implementation of the scheme. The article mentions that because of not having EPOS, Delhi is not implementing the One Nation One Ration Card scheme. Another problem pointed out by the article is that Aadhaar seeding with the ration card has been made mandatory, so many people without the Aadhaar card will suffer the consequences. So let us read about the Green Pass issue mentioned in the article. Recently, the European Union has said that the travelers who have not taken one of the 4 vaccines that have been approved by the European Medicines Agency or the EMA will not be given travel access or the Green Pass immediately, but a 14-day quarantine will kick in. So India is naturally at the receiving end as Covishield, which is India's version of the AstraZeneca, has not yet been cleared by the EMA. Also, the Covaxin, which is another vaccine which is being administered to the people of India, has not yet been authorized by the WHO. So our foreign minister has said that India will retaliate with similar measures if the European Union did not consider easing the vaccine norms and including Indian vaccines in it. The next article says that there has been a surge in the post-COVID infections which target individuals with a weak immunity. The article has mentioned the names of certain post-COVID infections. Let us have a look at them. The first is Mcqs, which is the black fungus. Then it is cytomegalovirus, which leads to rectal bleeding. Then lymphopenia, amoebic liver abscesses, CMV colitis, tuberculosis. So we don't really need to go into the details of these, but there is no harm knowing their name. The next article mentions that the current account deficit of India in the quarter January, February and March, that is the first quarter, has widened. So let us have a look at current account deficit. So a deficit basically means a shortfall. So current account deficit means when the country's imports have exceeded the exports. And so the reasons cited by the RBI are that our imports have revived and also the imports of gold have increased in the latest quarter. So that is why the current account deficit has widened. What if a country's exports are greater than the imports? Then it is known as a current account surplus. Currently, the current account deficit stood at 1% of the GDP in the latest quarter. The next article says that the non-food bank credit growth has eased or softened to 5.9% from 6.1% in the year-on-year basis. So let us have a look at bank credit and its various classification. So bank credit consists of the total amount of combined funds that the financial institutions advance to individuals or businesses. The food credit indicates the lending made by the banks to the Food Corporation of India or the FCI, mainly for procuring the food grains. It is a small share of the total bank credit. The major portion of the bank credit is actually the non-food credit, which comprises credit to various sectors of the economy, that is agriculture, industry, services, and also in the form of certain personal loans, that is housing loans, car loans, etc. The data of the bank credit is collected on a monthly basis by the Reserve Bank of India. The next article talks about the confirmation of a hybrid coalition by LIGO India. So we'll have a look at each term that we come across in detail. Just hang on. So usually a black hole or a neutron star collision has been observed or witnessed by the LIGO. But for the first time, a neutron star and a black hole collision was witnessed. You will be surprised to know that it was witnessed as early as January 2020, but it was confirmed only recently. So this was a headline in the Science magazine that says that the black holes slurp up the neutron stars. Let us have a look at what the topic is all about. A black hole is a region of space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing, no particle or even electromagnetic radiation such as light can escape from it. It does not have a surface. It is more massive than a neutron star. A neutron star, on the other hand, is the collapsed core of a massive supergiant star. It has a surface unlike the black hole. It is 1.5 to 2 times the size of a sun. The collision of two black holes, two neutron stars, or a collision between neutron stars and black holes generates gravitational waves, and that is how they are detected. So for detection of the gravitational waves, we have got 3 detectors. The first is the LIGO detector, which is deployed in USA. LIGO stands for Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. Then we have the Virgo detector, which is installed in Italy. Then the Kagra detector, which is installed in Tokyo in Japan. So LIGO is a massive observatory for detecting cosmic gravitational waves and for carrying out experiments. The objective is to use gravitational wave observation in astronomical studies. The project operates 3 gravitational wave detectors. So while we are here, let us have a look at the LIGO India project. It is LIGO India which played a vital role in detection of the neutron star black hole collision. The proposed LIGO India project aims to move one advanced LIGO detector from Hanford to India. It is piloted by the Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Science and Technology. The LIGO India project will be jointly coordinated and executed by 3 Indian research institutions, IUCAA, IPR and RRCAT. Let us now have a look at what gravitational waves are. Gravitational waves are ripples in the fabric of space-time caused by some of the most violent and energetic processes in the universe. When an object accelerates, it creates ripples in the space-time, just like a boat causes ripples in a pond when it moves. So these space-time ripples are gravitational waves. They are extremely weak and thus hard to detect. Two objects orbiting each other in a planar orbit, such as a planet orbiting the sun or a binary star system or the merging of two black holes, will radiate gravitational waves. Albert Einstein predicted the existence of gravitational waves as early as in 1916 in his general theory of relativity. Furthermore, these ripples would travel at the speed of light through the universe. The gravitational waves can pass through any intervening matter without being scattered significantly. While light from distant stars may be blocked out by interstellar dust, gravitational waves will pass through essentially unimpeded. This feature allows gravitational waves to carry information about astronomical phenomena never before observed by humans. Colliding black holes sends ripples through space-time that can be detected on Earth. The Advanced Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, or the Advanced LIGO, which has detectors in Louisiana and Washington, has directly observed these gravitational waves. Now let us know what matched filtering is. It is basically the technique used to detect the gravitational wave signals. The aim of matched filtering is to see if the data contains any signals similar to a template signal that we have. Our next article states that Petrode, which is a delicacy made with colocasia leaves that is popular in Malnad, which is a coastal district in Karnataka, and some other parts of the country, has been identified as one of the traditional food recipes from the Ayush system of medicine by the Union Ministry of Ayush. So Ayush stands for Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. Patrode is called Chembila Appam in Kerala. It is rich in iron. It helps in improving hemoglobin levels. The leaves contain phenols, tannins, flavonoids, glycosides and sterols, which help in reducing chronic inflammation such as rheumatoid arthritis. The leaves have significant amount of vitamin C and beta carotene. So today, it has been 4 years since GST was launched, and GST was launched on 1st of July 2017. So before ending the lessons, let us do some MCQs on GST. GST was launched by which Constitutional Amendment Act? Your options are here. The correct answer is 101st Amendment. The next question says, GST Council is established under which article? The correct answer is Article 279A. The GST Council is constituted by the correct answer is President. Which of the following statements is true about the GST, which is the Goods and Service Tax? It is a direct tax. Absolutely false. It is an indirect tax. Correct. It even subsumed a number of indirect taxes. It is a destination-based tax. Yes, it is correct. So both option B and C are correct. Our correct option is answer D. So now we have come to the end of our lesson. Let's have a look at the question of the day. Which of the following products are outside the purview of GST? Alcohol for consumption, electricity, medicines, petroleum, air-conditioned gyms. So you have to choose the correct option from the options given below. So that's all for today from my side. Do write in the comment section if you have a query regarding a particular topic. Study hard, the prelims is round the corner. Thank you so much.